Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Welcome to the Infowars Nightly News. It is Tuesday, October 28th, 2014, and I'm Ann McAdoo. Well, you guys should all give yourselves a round of applause. You took our story and you ran with it, and together we were able to stop an unlawful blood draw DUI checkpoint. Now, this was a day before this planned checkpoint last week. Infowars published a story entitled "No Refusal Blood Draw Checkpoint Planned for Ohio." And we highlighted in previous examples of how people have been forcibly strapped down by police and had their blood taken while they're screaming things like, "What country do I live in?" And this story prompted demonstrators to head to Clark County in order to warn motorists against participating in this checkpoint. Now, a WHIO TV news report credited Infowars with creating this backlash, and they noted that the issue then got a lot of attention, drawing protesters from around the state who believe these no-refusal checkpoints are unlawful search and seizures. Now, the Clark County Sheriff Gene Kelly was then bombarded with emails and social media messages, which were enough for him to decide that the Clark County Sheriff's Office will not participate in another no-refusal OVI checkpoint. So this is absolutely incredible news, and a lot of times people are always kind of writing in and commenting and saying, you guys are always reporting on all this terrible stuff and letting us know what's actually going on, but what do we do? And, well, you did it. That's it. Taking action. That's what you have to do, is take action. We really are more powerful than the New World Order. It's just you got to get out from behind your computer screen. Now, obviously, another thing that we know is important in these elections, I know there's a lot of, are the votes rigged and everything like that, but midterm elections are very important, and it's very important to participate. Now, next week, all 435 members of the House of Representatives are up for re-election. There is going to be 36 Senate slots and 36 governors as well. So obviously we know governors are one of the few politicians in the country with the ability to get anything done. So obviously that's a very important vote there. Doesn't matter what party you go with, what side of the line you choose, left, right, or middle. Just be sure that you choose the one who is going to be for freedom and liberty. That's who you want to cast your vote for. Now, Rebel Pundit released another video. You'll recall that we reported on another video that they released earlier this summer. Well, this video is showing them, these are black voters in Chicago. They're basically saying that they are fed up with the Democrats, fed up with black leadership. It's a very powerful video. I highly recommend you watch it, but they talk about the real issue of black-on-black crime, specifically the so-called black leadership that continues to trick them into voting for policies that hurt their community.
Black folks is in an abusive black leadership relationship.
We have to send a message. This is the time for us to send a message.
We're always talking about what the Republicans ain't done for us or what they will do to hurt us. My life has been hurt by Democrats.
And we got in our mind that we always got to keep voting Democrat.
Look and see in your community, who are the real oppressors in our community?
Makes those communities disproportionately unemployed as well as impoverished. And they're saying, you'll see those same black leaders rolling up to their really nice homes and their luxurious cars while they are tricking people in the community to vote for these really bad policies. So this is a very powerful video. You should check it out, share it with your friends. Obviously, right before the election, it's so important. But it's really telling. The black community is waking up to the fact that they have sort of been the pocket voters, the loyal voting base for all of these bad policies for decades. And now they're fed up and they're saying, what's the point? What are we even voting for here? And obviously, as we pointed out, they're going to now be replaced with a new loyal voter base, the Hispanic vote, of course. Now, in that video, they do say that one of the only things that is being offered to the black community is abortion on demand. Well, as we have reported extensively, that is a deliberate plan to help cull the population in the Black community. But this eugenics-propelled madness continues, and all of us are the target. Now, this is in the name, of course, of saving Mother Earth. The National Academy of Sciences has published a shocking report advocating draconian methods of population reduction. It's a white paper entitled "Human Population Reduction is Not a Quick Fix for Environmental Problems." It was released last month, and it presents a selection of scenarios to achieve reductions in human fertility in order to prevent climate change and threats to biodiversity and to help plan for a healthy future society. It envisions a mandatory Chinese-style global one-child policy. This is going to reduce the population globally. They want a sustainable number of 1 to 2 billion people. So this is a lot of people that are going to have to be exterminated. It even goes on to entertain the impact of world wars and global pandemics wiping out 6 billion people. They think this is a potential threat that could help the environment by overpopulation. Now, the paper admits that even the notion of that is immoral. You shouldn't really consider that as an option, but it admits that these stressors would still not significantly reduce the population to that desired amount of 1 to 2 billion people. Now, Alex is always saying that they release their plans right to the public. They put it right out there in their white papers. You can go and you can read it, but they honestly think that we are too stupid to ever go and read anything that's coming out of the halls of academia, but you can go and read it for yourself. We've got the link to it right up there in that article at Infowars.com. And you can see that the shocking reality of this eugenics-propelled madness continues to this very day. It still pervades the minds of our best and brightest. So this is something else that you need to consider when you're going to the polls. What side of the line does your politician stand on with this whole Agenda 21? They might not even realize what the whole master plan is with Agenda 21. Now, coming up, we're going to talk to you a little bit more about Ebola. Now, Australia is basically shutting down their borders while we here are not doing that. The nurses and healthcare workers who are coming back are kind of complaining that they're not being treated like heroes. But is it not right that they should be given that mandatory quarantine? Well, we'll talk to you why and let you know why this is a little bit odd coming up.
Join Infowars for continuing election coverage November 4th, starting at 6 p.m. Central. The Infowars crew will be broadcasting live from the Central Texas Command Center, as well as reports from the field. We'll break the left-right paradigm and give the analysis of freedom or oppression. Go to prisonplanet.tv or Infowars.com/election for the free feed.